Hey, what up, Long Beach? Welcome back to the 562.org. It's Mike.
And Tyler, and this CIF football highlight is brought to you by the fine folks down at Naples Rib Company. All of our football coverage this year is sponsored by the Terry Donahue Memorial California Showcase, the largest free recruiting event in the state. And all of our St. Anthony coverage is sponsored by Jane and B.I. Mays, class of 1949.
Tyler, who's got two thumbs, a white hat, and is super ready for the CIF Division 10 semifinals? It's this guy.
Our guy.
St. Anthony hosting Pacifica at Clark Field with a trip to the ship on the line. Always got to shout out the officials. Did a great job in this game, as you will see at the end of the game. A lot of action in the semis, Ty.
Oh, it's just everything you want from a CIF semifinal. A lot of action, overflow crowd in the stands, taking on the Mariners from Pacifica. And quarterbacks James Anima is going to start off well, hitting receiver David Carlson. A nice catch coming right into your living room, if that's where you watch the video.
He said, go break the route off at Mike over there. And then Anima is going to hit Carlson again, and it's 7-0 Mariners. Just like that. So the Saints defense obviously has been a really big strength of this team, but back on their heels a little bit early as Pacifica comes out and takes an early 7-0 lead.
Yeah, getting it done through the passing game, but the Saints defense would lock in Jeremiah Taufi with the great pick as Anima was hit as he threw, and a great diving grab for the linebacker, but more turnovers would come from the Saints. And look at this double nickel. Logan Aranda with the great pick. The D lineman would fumble, but it'll stay with St. Anthony. It's all good.
Absolutely. No harm, no foul on the fumble by Aranda. And then a few series later, it's Aranda again. 2 interceptions by a defensive lineman in one half. That's absolutely crazy. Nice return by him on this one as well. And boy, did the sideline get fired up for 55, playing both ways as a lineman and having a huge impact on both sides. 2 interceptions in the first half.
2 Arandas do make a right, and just a special moment. Linemen don't usually get their hands on the ball. 2 picks in one half is pretty wild, but the Saints weren't done. Marco Camacho is going to follow the bouncing ball, and he will get an interception. 4 interceptions for the Purple People Eaters in the first half. Yo.
So when the defense is playing like that, the offense has to play complementary football and pick them up. That Saints 2nd and goal. This is their best chance so far tonight, and they are stuffed. Very physical front for this Pacifica defense, and so you knew this was going to be kind of strength on strength here. The Saints trying to power run it in. JLP, our guy, Josiah Lilisiapua, on 3rd and goal. That's the kid you want with the ball in his hand, but
right.
He is down after a big hit. And it's going to come down to a big decision. 4th and goal. Do you take a field goal to cut the lead?
Right.
Or do you go for it on 4th and goal?
No, and Jeff Magdaleno decided they've got to go for the touchdown here. It's 4th and goal at the 1, and fortunately this kid hasn't graduated yet. It's going to be Preston Hokeman getting the carry here. And Mike, they're going around the outside. They've gotten stuffed in the middle, so they decide let's try to stretch the field a little bit. They pitch it out to Hokeman, comes in for the injured JLP, and he finds the end zone. Huge play to tie up the game at that point, as the Saints, like you said, were able to cash in one of those turnovers. Christian Martin also nailed a 35-yard field goal. If it's over 35, it's got to go in the video for sure. That's the law, and the Saints would have a 10-7 lead at the half. So happy with that, although with the 5 turnovers, you'd like to, 4 turnovers, you'd rather have a little bit of bigger lead if you can.
Definitely a really tight game, and it kind of felt like it was just going to come down to 1 or 2 big plays, which is what happened. Jeremiah Taufi, get off me, as he starts off the second half here, Tyler, kind of making a statement. Yeah, that was a first down, but that ball is just going to hang up there on its way to the sideline, and it's Jacob Davis for Pacifica. If you're going to pick it, you got to 6 it, and 6 does it. Pacifica with a 14-10 lead. And what felt like kind of a heartbreaking moment, because the Saints defense had played so well, but they now find themselves down.
Right, and so the offense had to find a way to drive down the field for points. Aiden Jones hits Andres Mendoza right there. Then Jones eludes the rush and is going to hit Marco Transfiguration as he slides to the sideline with a nice catch as the short passing game started to get going in the second half.
And then Tau Fast, Tau Furious, and way Tau Physical, Taufi in for the go-ahead touchdown. That is going to give St. Anthony a 17-14 lead as 8-ball rolling into the end zone. Absolutely nothing Pacifica could do with him on that play.
8 carries for 77 yards for that kid. He is just so tough to tackle. And then the Purple People Eaters are eating again on the fumble. Caden Grant is going to be there to fall on it. Michael Kyle also there for the Saints as it's the 5th takeaway here near midfield. Giving the offense a chance to put it away, they couldn't. So now it's Anima trying to lead back a hot Pacifica offense as they got the passing game going once again.
Yeah, 3 minutes left. This is kind of it. You know, they did get the ball back for one last chance, and all of a sudden they're starting to roll. These intermediate routes were really working for them all night, and they finally started relying on them on this drive. They get 3 first down completions to get across midfield, and with enough time on the clock that they've still got options. Still a minute 10 here as they cross into St. Anthony territory. So 4th and 10 looks, Tyler, like the defense is going to come up with the stop here for St. Anthony. They get the completion, but looks like he's a yard or two short of the sticks.
Well, it looks like it because he was. However, it doesn't matter. It only matters what the spot is. And the official coming in from the Pacifica sideline had him at the line to gain. You see the ball gets placed right there at the sticks. Eventually, the refs will talk it over. They will do a measurement, which seems appropriate given that we're in the final minute of the game. Again, if this is short, the Saints are going to win it. However, it is not short, and Pacifica lives on. You can see how fired up they are.
2 plays later, Anima to Armando Torres.
Woo!
They're tangled up. The official is going to come over here and try and decide who's got the ball. You'll see he's not wearing his hat. That is significant, but he rules it a touchdown, a legendary moment for the Pacifica receiver. And offense, you see their crowd is going absolutely nuts. They traveled really well to this game. And with 7 seconds left, that feels like a game-winning touchdown. But wait a minute. The refs huddle. They would say Torres was out of bounds, which means it's illegal touching for him to be the first one to touch the ball. It does indeed, in our replay, look like he was out of bounds. You see him dancing down the sideline. This is kind of the definitive shot. You can see both of those feet out of bounds. So congrats to the refs on getting the biggest call of the game correct.
7 seconds left, as we said, still some life, but that one's incomplete as JLP's there in coverage. Then, with basically the clock's expired at this point, need a crazy play to happen. The Saints are going to swarm the receiver there. He is down, and that will do it. St. Anthony grinds out and survives a semifinal win on their home field, and they are going to the ship.
Winner, winner. The Saints are going marching to dinner, Tyler. The Saints faithful absolutely loving it. This is definitely one of those crazy games that I know when if the 5-6-2 is still around in 20 years and we're at Clark Field, they will still be talking about this game for generations. You have to be happy for Jeff Magdaleno, the first year for Mags coaching the Saints. They took their lumps early, but now they're in the CIF championship. You can see how strong the relationship is between this guy and his players.
Yeah, giving Logan Aranda a big hug. I mean, you mentioned so many of these guys played both ways, left their heart on the field. I mean, that's going to happen in Division 10 football, right? But 17-14, your final score, just a total grinded out kind of coin flip type of game. And you can see the Saints are fired up to be rolling on and continuing their season into the D10 championship game. They are at Clark Field, at home, hosting Silverado next week. And obviously the 5-6-2 will be there for a special game as they try to win another championship for St. Anthony.